All right, hello and welcome, my beautiful soul family. Thank you so much for checking out this general pick a card reading, and this is also timeless messages from Spirit. So here today, we are going to get some information and insight, some downloads from Spirit, what it is you need to know right now. As many of you know, I support the awakened feminine, and the masculine does seem to be trickling in here, but I support pretty much exclusively the awakened feminine so that she can step forward and serve her spiritual mission with so much more love and way less struggle. Our spiritual mission, our soul's purpose does not have to be hard. We can pull the plug on overcomplicating and doing all the things and really get crystal clear and move forward with a lot of ease. So if you are interested, if that resonates, if that feels really exciting to you, check out my different offerings down in the video description, and maybe we'll connect one-on-one, or maybe you'll join my membership, the Wild-Hearted Collective. It is such a beautiful space of feminine healers and light workers. But enough about that. Today I had this pocket of time in my schedule that had nothing in it. I had finished everything and I thought, how do I want to show up right now? What would I really like to do? I didn't need to unwind or decompress because I had also already done that. I just felt called to serve, and this pick a card bubbled up to the surface of my heart. And so here we are. So let's go ahead, take a big, beautiful breath in through the nose. Nice big cleansing exhale out through the mouth. And just notice which of these three piles is really calling you. And when you know, head down into the video description. So we do have pile 1 over here to the left, pile 2 in the center, pile 3 is over to the right. But once you know, head down to the time stamps in the video description and head over to your reading, and I will see you there. Okay, hello, pile 1, just steadying the camera. It loves to shimmy and shake on me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out all of the cards, reveal them all, and then I'm going to get to work with wherever Spirit is drawing me first. Okay, so let me reveal the tarot. First, we have the 5 of Wands, competition. Some big energy starting the reading. We have the Wheel of Fortune, card number 10 in the major arcana, so super big energy here. We have the 10 of Swords. I love this version of the 10 of Swords. Well, I love that deck. I have the Wind Fairy. Where can I put it so it's not, you know, sometimes I practice my layouts before I hit record and then it never goes according to plan. Today I didn't practice my layout, so I don't know why I'm expecting it to just naturally happen. But then we have the goddess Yamanya, golden opportunity. I know so many women in my circle who work with her regularly, so interesting. And then from the Whispers of Love, I have romance. Okay, now if you're like, nope, not here for a love reading, I will tell you this isn't the energy that I'm picking up off of this pile. So just stick with me through to the very end and receive this message. Spirit definitely has something to share with you, because I am actually picking up very much that this is about mission, and this is about living the life of your desires. Okay, but what's going on right now is this 5 of Wands, this competition, and I see you in comparison mode. And sometimes it's not even comparison mode, it's just I'm actually hearing like defeat, which very much has this 10 of Swords energy to it, but I'm hearing it's like you consistently get these ideas like, oh, I'm going to put this program together, oh, I'm going to write this book, or oh, I want to show up and do this. Very very service minded. And then you see that somebody else is doing something similar, or you meet up with a friend and they're sharing about the book they're writing, and you're like, damn, that's my storyline that she's writing. And so what happens is you kind of say, all right, thank you for showing me, Spirit, that somebody's already doing this. I will wait for my idea. And Spirit is coming in very, very loud and clear here, and just kind of suggesting that maybe you consider that some of these interactions are coming forward and really presenting themselves as confirmation that this is the book you're here to write. This is the course you're here to put together. That despite the fact that somebody else is doing it, you should do it anyway. Now, with this Wheel of Fortune, card number 10 in your reading, this is a pattern. This is a cycle that you are consistently kind of spinning the wheel on. And it's why you feel like you're doing a lot of work, you're investing a lot of energy, and stuff just isn't happening. It's like, and sometimes I actually, like, I know I have a lot of book writers that follow me, that show up here. And so it's like, you get halfway through the book, writing it, or the blog post, or, you know, whatever it is, the piece of content, and you hear someone else, or you see that someone else has written something very similar, and so you just kind of throw in the towel and you walk away from it. And I kind of feel like your computer, your laptop is full of half-written books and half-written blog posts, because you stop yourself because you think that idea is taken. Here's the thing, you have a very unique perspective on this idea, and somebody could be writing on a similar theme and not even come close to writing the same book as you, or putting the same piece of content out. Spirit is saying that you're hearing, oh yeah, I'm doing that too, as a green light. Yes, there is a market for it. Yes, somebody needs to hear your perspective, your take. Go for it. Do it. Let's get going. Okay, but what's happening is it's almost like a hit to your ego, where somebody else is having this great idea. There's a little bit of resentment sometimes, a little bit of bitterness. It happens. Receive that with no shame, no judgment. Breathe it on through your body and then let it go. Because what this process is ultimately teaching you, so 10 of Swords, a lot of times people see that and think, oh, that's icky. This is an ego death that you're going to experience, where you're going to step into this energy of, there are no brand new ideas anymore. There are brand new perspectives. And there is so much that you have to add to the conversation. Ooh, this is an interesting thing for you here. So we'll just stick with the book writing, make it fit to your situation, whatever it is. But so say you're halfway through writing your novel and you meet with somebody who is also kind of tying it up, finishing a very similar book or content piece. Look at them as a conversation. Look at it as a dialogue between the two works of art, or the two pieces of content, or you and the other author or publisher or creative, rather than competition. So can you shift your mindset into, here we are generating conversation rather than we are in competition. Okay, you do have a competitive edge to you. And they're saying sometimes it can be a little bit edgier than it needs to be. That's cute. Okay, so you're a firecracker, right? Nothing wrong with that. We just want to kind of use that competitive nature to our advantage, rather than kind of polarizing everyone and anyone you meet. Yeah. We just kind of want to use it to your advantage, as opposed to pushing people away. There is a way to take that competitive energy and actually utilize it, from what Spirit is saying, to draw people closer. Now, with this Yamanya energy sitting right in the center of this reading, I have to tell you, this is a beautiful opportunity to close out this cycle, this chapter, and step forward with this information and say, you know what? This is what I'm passionate about. This is what I have to say. And even if I meet 10 different people, oh, interesting, I came up with the number 10. That wasn't conscious. That was just the number that flew out. But even if I meet 10 different people who have written something similar, or who are talking about the same thing, or have their own, this almost the same exact objective to a course, I'm gonna do it anyway. Ooh, I had Spirit literally just kind of put their hand over my mouth so I couldn't keep going. But it's about you going ahead and doing it anyway. This wind fairy, she is a powerful hit of inspiration. She is all about thoughts and words. And that's another reason I feel like there's a lot of writers going to be drawn to this pile. But intellectual analysis. So you have an analytical and competitive mind is what I'm picking up on. So you probably are one of my beautiful, beautiful women that, or men who is very in their masculine, because that fire energy from the wands, the air energy from the swords, and then here we have the wind also is that masculine, are those masculine elements. But rather than intellectually analyzing in excess, aka overthinking, rather than talking yourself out of moving forward, can you, I love that. Can you talk yourself into keep going, walk through the doors, accept that this is the work that you are here to do. It is what you're here to put out into the world. And no matter how many people you engage with that have a similar idea, again, it's like, keep doing it anyway. And where you end up, like I said, there wasn't a ton of love, like romance, or like love reading energy in this pile. What this is all going to lead you to is dancing with life, creating those things that are emotionally fulfilling and exciting, feeling like you are, I love this, I'm getting chills, living your dream. But it's going to take you, the Wheel of Fortune is all about going round and round and round and round. And so I think that you go in circles rather than, thank you. It's like you move in circles, in cycles. Yeah, you move in cycles, and kind of never see anything through to completion. And now is the time to pull the plug, to end that, give it that 10 of Swords, despair, death, and, ending, and keep moving forward. Here's a big question that Spirit wants you to sit you with, because I do pick up, you have a lot of half-finished projects. Some of you, it's not necessarily a book, but it's like you have canvases upon canvases with like 2 or 3 pieces on it, never seeing it through to completion, never being able to set up the gallery or whatever it is that you're working on. Drop into your heart, see this creation, this half-finished creation in your mind's eye, and then move into it. Woo. And so which is it? What is that creation? That's what Spirit wants you to really kind of sit with over the next, I'm hearing like 48 to 72 hours. You're going to have a lot of resolution come up, a lot of, so resolution, and you're going to step out of this pattern, but also you're going to know where to focus. All right, so that is what I have for you, pile 1. Super beautiful reading. I'm excited to watch you break through this cycle and walk through that door. You got this. I'm excited to support you. Drop a comment with how this resonated, with what really came up for you in this reading, and I will see you down in the comments, but I cannot wait to see you next time. All right, bye, pile 1. Okay, hello and welcome, pile 2, to a very shaky reading. Studying the camera there, it happens every time. All right, so this is just general messages from Spirit. Let's see what Spirit wants to connect with you on today. I'm gonna lay out all of the cards and then just go where Spirit directs me. I shouldn't say always, maybe it'll be different, but I typically start with the tarot, okay? So where are we with your cards? We have the 3 of Swords. Oof. Okay, we have the Princess of Cups, which is all about dreams. Just setting them up. And then we have the 7 of Swords, deception. Then I have the goddess Isis. She's such a feisty one. And then I have the dog energy. This is from the Wisdom of Avalon or Whispers of Avalon. And then, yep, feeling that. I have You Are Limitless. All right, guys. This has a very flamey energy, okay? And if you don't know what that means, it just has a very twin flame type energy. And you guys know that it's not something that I talk about all of the time. It's not something I focus on anymore. But I do know that if you are a twin flame, you are here to serve a spiritual mission. So I get it. I get it. I get it. And I can't, once I see it, I can't unsee it. Okay, so this is probably going to be a little bit more of a healing reading. Pile 1 was definitely about mission. This is a love reading. If that does not resonate, maybe check in with your heart and pick one of the other 2 piles, because Spirit does want to connect with you today. It does want to give you some insight and information on your path. Okay, I'm very much picking up a, I was going to say broken heart, but what I'm hearing is a wounded ego. So 3 of Swords is that very typical, just broken heart. You have these big, deep feelings for someone. Yeah, I'm just going to go full speed into this being the reading that I'm very much picking up. Sometimes I like to leave, room for some wiggle room, but okay. So you had very strong, very deep feelings for another person. You might resonate with the term twin flame. You might also resonate with the term karmic partner, maybe soulmate. Don't really get hung up on the labels. Because we're all one and it's all the same thing. So anyway, I am picking up that broken heart. I am feeling a lot of ache and pressure and density within the high heart. And that to me just says that you are on the healing journey. And if you are watching this pick a card, something tells me you are ready for a breakthrough. You are ready to meet this head on. You no longer want to be stuck in this brokenhearted energy, in your wounds. You're ready to move forward. You're ready to expand on what life has to offer and why you were catalyzed in the way you were catalyzed. Okay. Yes. So often, do I want to say this? Sometimes I feel like it sounds preachy, but I think sometimes we have certain labels, certain relationship labels tossed around. And I will say, like, you guys are on a spiritual journey. You are very much ready for the next step to get out of being focused on this relationship, on this connection, and start to move into this Princess of Cups energy, which doesn't want to come up, which is all about dreams. And really, I'm picking up some manifestation. And Spirit really is asking you, what is it that you want? Okay, and it's time to take the focus off of this person. It's time to focus forward on you and your life. Very clear message too. It does not mean this is, so moving forward, focusing on yourself, focusing on what you want outside of this connection does not necessarily indicate a complete and utter end to the connection, but there is, like, things need to grow apart, or you kind of need to separate. You need to disconnect if you ever want to be able to come back together. And what it's going to take for you to get out of this 3 of Swords energy is just start focusing on yourself and ask yourself, what do I want? This is a question that really helped me on my journey. So I'm going to gift it to you, and I encourage you to sit with it, to immerse yourself in it. What life do you want for yourself, regardless of if you end up with your twin or not, or regardless of if you end up with this person or not? This is you are the star of your show. You are the main character in your life. And so what is it that you want to have? Who is it that you want to be? How do you want to serve? I love this message. I'm feeling really good about it. I do know the energy of feeling. I do know how do I want to phrase it? I do know what it's like to be in this 3 of Swords, but this Princess of Cups is where it's at, and it's the way to move forward, to move through. Because on the other side, we have the 7 of Swords, deception. Listen, this is what I'm picking up on. You right now might feel like life holds no meaning if you're not with your person, that you can't do it without them, or you're never going to be happy with someone else, or you're never going to be happy on your own. And Spirit is calling bullshit on that. I wonder if I'm going to get censored for saying that. I've heard of some readers getting censored for dropping different words from different different obscenities, okay? But Spirit is really saying that is bullshit. It's the biggest lie that you've been told, that you cannot be happy without this person, okay? Or without, maybe you don't resonate with a specific person, you can't be happy without a partner or your divine counterpart. But the message is very clear. Focus on yourself, step into your dreams, start to move forward, full speed. Look at yourself, look at your life. What don't you like about it? Let's like ignore the Three of Swords for right now. What don't you like about your life, outside of this like brokenhearted energy, and how can you fix it? You have so much power. I mean, shit, look at this. We have you are limitless. Another reason I said this is a very flamey energy. We have the twin swans here. Sebastian's getting up. He's feeling my vibe here. You are limitless. You can do anything you choose. So listen up. I know how it feels. I know it feels like life is never going to be the same, or it's just like not getting any better. Small steps. What is it that you want, and what is the first step to get you there? I just did a pick a card reading in the Wild Hearted Collective this past weekend, and one of the messages that had been coming through leading up to it is like, when life sucks, don't focus on how do I go from this crappy life to my best life ever. Instead, take a look at it and say, how can I make this suck less? Okay, and eventually it won't suck anymore, and then you can get to work on your best life ever, because it is coming for you, okay? And you're gonna meet it head on. I'm excited. I have chills. This feels really good for you. I'm excited that you're here. I get the impression that some of you, you're gonna be kind of like first time viewers. I'm excited you are here. You are in the right place for you. Okay, but you are limitless. And so anything you want, you can align to, you can receive. It's just a matter of, again, it's a matter of aligning to it. Isis, another big indicator of that twin flame connection. I didn't point them out in the beginning, and now I'm recognizing that, so I'm pointing them out now. So a lot of what you're feeling, you brought in with you from past life. And when I see the Princess of Cups and dreams, and I see you are limitless, I think sometimes you doubt your power, you doubt your ability to bring your best life, your full vision to life. And Spirit is saying, again, that ain't it. Okay, you absolutely have everything it takes. You are worthy. It is possible. But let's kind of shift your focus, is really what I think is the specific guidance to you right here, right now. Don't worry about your person. Let them have their journey. And when you allow for them to have their journey, girl, I'm saying girl, but it might also be dude, you can have yours too. And yours is going to be epic. Are you ready for it? Is kind of what Spirit is saying to you, okay? So what is it that, if you could choose anything in the world, anything that this human experience could offer you, what is it that you want? It's a big question. Sit with it. Don't try to have all the answers right now. Start with just one little piece. Do you want a better job? Do you want an increase in pay? Do you want to pull the plug on your 9-to-5? Pull the plug is coming through quite a bit. Do you want to pull the plug on the 9-to-5 and step fully into your spiritual mission? Whatever you want is yours. Okay? And then ultimately, the lesson that you're learning, more flamey energy, is that loyalty, that sincerity, and that unconditional love. One of the messages that transformed my twin journey for me is that, because I'm getting the impression that like me, you're getting a lot of, you got to love yourself, you got to focus on yourself. You might be what's deemed as that twin chaser. And we can struggle to figure out how we can have unconditional love for someone else and unconditional love for ourselves. But as you love yourself, as you step into focusing on yourself, choosing yourself, creating this life that you really, really want, it's going to make you, it's going to allow you to tap into true unconditional love that isn't so brokenhearted, where you're going to be able to, like I said, let them have their journey. You're going to be able to let them have their journey, loving them, forgiving them, blessing them, and knowing and loving them. I think I said that already. But that is what I'm picking up for you, okay? So I like to give actionable steps because I see a lot of pick-a cards that are just like, you get information and then it's like, okay, well then what? Spirit really wants you to focus on, what do you want? Whew. It was like a silent moment. What do you want? Nothing. Like nothing came through. So that is how powerful this is. It's time to figure it out. It's time to open up to it. My heart is going out to you. I've been in this energy. I know exactly what it's like, and you will get to the other side of it, and smiling is going to become like the default setting of life. Manifesting what you most want, it's coming. Ending this belief that you can't be happy unless you're in a relationship or unless you're with a specific person, those days are coming to an end. You are going to feel liberated. And I'm hearing like, give it 3 to 6 months of consciously asking, how can I make my life just a little bit better? What is one thing I know I want? And then get ready because it will be delivered. Woo! And Sebastian was very active during this reading, and I kind of feel like I'm channeling him here, but get yourself a dog if you don't have one, okay? Maybe you need a furry friend. Sebastian is like a mini healer. He's always transmuting energy for me and for the collective. So maybe you need a dog or a cat or another animal that you feel drawn to. But all right, I love you. You're going to get through this. And I am so grateful and happy that you're here. Let me know in the comments how this resonates, and I will see you next time. Bye. All right, hello and welcome to your pile. This is for you if you chose pile 3. First 2 piles were super different, like very, very distinct messages. I'm so interested to see what you guys have coming up for you. So I've been revealing all of the cards and then doing the reading. So, oh, wow. Alrighty. So we're starting off your reading with the Princess of Discs, manifestation. Then the Prince of Swords, determination. That's a beautiful energy, beautiful blend. Then I have the 8 of Cups, retreat. I have the goddess Mawu, who is Mother Earth. And then I have the mystery. Oh, I have a few people who I think this message is going to really resonate for. And then forgiveness. Okay. All right, just had to take a breath here. So what I see has happened is a lot of what you've desired in life has manifested. You have really gotten to work. Maybe you've been watching. I know I did a recent feminine forecast where I did my 4 tips to manifesting. So here's the thing. I feel like a lot is manifesting, but what I'm picking up on is it's equal parts things that you really want and things you really don't want. And I'm actually picking up it's a little bit of a 50-50 split here, where 50% of the time you're like, yes, this is exactly what I asked for. Thank you, Spirit. And then the other 50% of the time it's a little like, oh, well, this was my fear that manifested, or I kept saying, no, this is not what I want. And that's what happened. Okay, so where I see you moving, what I see you moving into is getting a little bit more determined, becoming a little bit more consistent, and focusing on exactly what it is you want. Now, like I mentioned in that I did a recent feminine forecast, I'm going to link to it down in the video description, because I feel like exploring not just consistency, but also those limiting beliefs is going to help you clear some of the denser energies around what it is you want to manifest. Because again, it's like 50% of the time you are laser focused on what you want. But when you get focused on what you don't want, you are very, very focused on it, which is why it's manifesting. So I see you getting very determined to kind of fine tune your process, is what Spirit is saying, where you do the inner work that's required, that's needed in order for you to clear away what you no longer want, get rid of the thoughts, the limiting beliefs that call in what you don't want. And I'm hearing like clarity is the name of the game here, like getting very, very clear on what it is you're doing. Oh, big message here. And my ears are burning, or my ears not burning. Yeah, burning. It's like getting very clear on what it is you really want and staying centered there, and not and knowing and being able to call yourself out when you find your thoughts drifting over to what you don't want. It's balance, okay? And then, even when I'm seeing the Princess of Discs and I'm seeing the Prince of Swords, discs or pentacles is feminine energy, swords is masculine energy. So we have the feminine, the masculine blending. Really what you're being guided to do is take a little bit of a retreat, take a little bit of a time out to go within, to do this inner work. It's not a lengthy process as I'm picking up. It's literally like a fine tuning. There are some big things you want to manifest that maybe aren't coming. And the even trickier bit for you is that they're not coming and Spirit's not giving anything away. So you might be asking, am I going to get the job of my dreams? And Spirit, it's like dead silence. Maybe you're not getting the numbers anymore. You're not getting, this was a message I delivered recently as well. Okay. But you're not getting as much from Spirit as what you are accustomed to. And that's merely because it's remaining a mystery, and it's going to remain a mystery until you go within and until you do that inner excavation of your shadow. So the parts of you that you're denying, the parts of you that you really don't like, the parts of you that, because these are the aspects of you that make you feel unworthy of what you really, really want. So it's like, do some shadow work, do some work around your limiting beliefs, and then that clarity that we spoke about with the Prince of Swords and the mystery, which is really about the unknown and accepting that life, you can't know everything. You can't control everything. But the mystery is going to start revealing itself. I'm picking up some really, really good things. I'm picking up abundance coming your way. I'm picking up what it is you've asked for, truly asked for and wanted, being brought to you with a little bit of effort on your end. I think you're in this, so it's interesting because this retreat energy, I'm also hearing as you're in a little bit of admitting defeat right now. And Spirit is saying, don't admit defeat. Retreat, I guess Spirit is into rhyming, retreat instead, go within, do the inner work, clear the denser vibrations, clear the limiting beliefs and the shadow. And I know I've illuminated that a couple of times, but it is a very, very specific message for you here today. Part of that inner work that you're going to do centers around forgiveness. Considering who it is, or maybe it's even yourself that you need to forgive in order to open up and truly receive what it is you want. And the simple process I have for forgiveness is I think about what it is or who it is or what I've done that really I need to just have a little bit more compassion towards, or I need to let go. And I just kind of bring the situation or the person into my heart space. And then I envision this beautiful pink ray of light coming down from the heavens and washing over my heart chakra, washing over the person or the situation. And I just allow that light and love to flow over it until it's gone, until it's dissipated. Now, it's not always a one and done process. Depending on how big the situation is or how big the hurt was, you might need to return to it a couple of times. It's so normal if you sit and you maybe envision that pink light flowing over it and feel like it's only taken away like 5% of the hurt or the upset. That's fine. Show up again. Maybe it'll take another 5%. It's going to compound over time. And that's what's going to bring you into this Princess of Discs total manifestation energy. And I want to point out, we have this like holding of the earth, and then holding of the moon. And then we have this holding of the earth. You are called upon to help with environmentalism. I'm not sure that that's the message. If that resonates, you will know that that's for you. What I think Mawu is presenting to you is that you have this whole world in your hands. It's what you make of it. But I feel like you've been on this journey for a while, like you're well versed in what the mystery is. You've probably heard these messages or delivered them yourself many a time. And it's like, I'm getting this energy of, you know what, screw this. I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore. So take that retreat, okay? You don't even have to look at it as going within, because I think you're going to be like, ugh, I don't want to do any more inner work. So take a break from it and come back when you're ready. Oh, that was a big message. Come back when you're ready, and then do this inner exploration. The inner work that's left for you, you've already skimmed the surface of it. It's going to be easy the more you, oh, this is an interesting message. That inner work is going to be easy when you surrender to it, when you kind of accept that it's time for you to do it. Okay, so you've done a lot of inner work, but you're not done yet. So give yourself the break, give yourself the breather, and when you are ready, come back. Okay? That's the message I have for you that's coming through from Spirit. It's been an honor to read your cards. Go ahead and check out the resources down in the video description, and please, please, please leave me a comment with how this resonates, and give yourself a break. Please take a step away. You are worthy of that step away, and you'll be called back when it's time to do that inner work. All right, I love you. Have a beautiful rest of your day or rest of your evening, and I will see you next time.